Hello everyone, welcome to Rankers Hub. Today we'll be discussing very important questions from biology. So those will be very useful for your RRB, NTPC and SSC and also for defense exams. So let's start then. So today's first question is, in human heart, when left ventricle contracts, the blood moves to the options are brain, pulmonary artery, aorta or lungs. So here let's see the structure of heart. If you see, as we all know, the heart is divided into 4 chambers, right? So from veins, the veins carry blood to the heart. Okay, these 4 chambers are, this is right auricle, this is left auricle, this is right ventricle and this is left ventricle. So these are the 4 chambers. So veins brings blood to the heart, and from here the blood moves to the right ventricle. Okay, so from right ventricle, from here the wall opens up in pulmonary artery, and from this artery, pulmonary artery, it carries blood to the lungs to purify. So when the blood gets purified, it brings back the pure blood to the heart back again in left auricle. And from left auricle, here the valve opens up, and when this blood moves to the left ventricle. Okay, so from here the question is now, when this left ventricle contracts, when this part contracts, where does the blood move? Okay, so from here, this blood, when this part contracts, the blood moves to the blood vessel called aorta. Okay, so this is the biggest blood vessel when it opens up here, and from here the blood moves to different arteries further. Okay, so when this left ventricle contracts, blood opens up in aorta. Okay, so where does blood move? To the aorta. So the right option is aorta. Aorta is a right option. And one more point regarding this is the biggest chamber of heart. Among these all 4, the left ventricle. This question can ask in exam, which among these 4 chambers is the largest or biggest one. So left ventricle is a biggest chamber of the heart. Okay, so what's the right option? Aorta, right? Okay, so before moving to the next question, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel Rankers Hub. So let's go to the next question. So the next question is, the vitamin which prevents infection in human body is, options are vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C or vitamin D. So these 4 options, vitamin, actually what they do, vitamins and minerals, they help our body, it protects our body from different diseases. So that is why the vitamins and minerals are called protective nutrients. So these nutrients are required in a very small amount but equally very important. So due to lack of these vitamins, people may face different deficiency diseases. So vitamin A, B and A, B, C or D. So the deficiency of these may lead to different deficiency diseases. Like vitamin D, lack of vitamin D deficiency leads to, this is called rickets. Vitamin C, due to lack of vitamin C leads to, this is called scurvy. It's a skin disease. And lack of vitamin B leads to, this is called beriberi. So lack of vitamin A may lead to, it helps in to stop the infection. So the leftover option is vitamin A. So vitamin A helps to prevent the infections. It prevents infection in the body. So which vitamin helps to protect our body from infection? The right option is vitamin A. Okay, and one more question related to the same options. With vitamin A also, lack of vitamin A also leads to disease called night blindness. Night blindness. So this question was asked many times. Due to lack of which vitamin leads to the disease called night blindness? So which vitamin helps? Vitamin A deficiency leads to night blindness disease. Okay, so the right option is option A. Vitamin A is the right answer. Moving to the next question. By which of the following bile secretion occurs in human? Options are liver, pancreas, small intestine or stomach. So bile secretion, what is bile? So bile is a juice which is produced by one of the organ. So digestive system, the complete digestive system is made of different organs. So different organ grouped together form digestive system, and supporting organs called liver or pancreas also produce different juices which help in the digestion of different nutrients. So digestion means what? The digestion of 4 major nutrients, which is called carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fats. So these to get digested. Digestion means to convert into simpler form so that the body get absorbed. So to convert that, so we need different enzymes or juices produced by different organ. So bile is produced by liver. So which organ produces bile juice? Liver produces the bile juice. So right option is liver. So next question is, which of the following enzymes secreted by pancreas? Options are maltose, lactose, sucrose or trypsin. So here I can give you a small clue. The options here they have given maltose, sucrose, lactose or trypsin. First of all, these 3, maltose, sucrose or lactose, they are not enzymes. They are not enzymes. The question here was asked is which enzyme produced by pancreas. Okay, so pancreas, as I told you in the previous question when we are discussing, these nutrients needs to get digested, and for that different enzymes produced by different organ helps to digest these nutrients. So here these enzymes produced by pancreatic juice is trypsin. The right option is trypsin. So what about these maltose, sucrose or lactose? They are carbohydrates. They are carbohydrates. They are not enzymes. They are not enzymes. They are carbohydrates. When it is a OSC, sucrose, maltose or lactose, they are called carbohydrate. But maltase, sucrase, when there is ASC is added, it is enzyme. It is enzyme. So it is very easy to identify the enzymes, right? So the leftover enzyme is trypsin, which is produced by pancreas. Pancreatic juice contains trypsin enzyme, which helps in the digestion of protein. For protein. Okay, so the right option is trypsin, because these are not enzymes, they are carbohydrates. But where it is, if it is a maltase, sucrase, then they are enzymes. Okay, so the right option is trypsin, which is produced by pancreas. So moving to the next question, which of the following is the most abundant tissue in the human body? Options are connective tissue, nervous tissue, muscular tissue or epithelial tissue. So nervous tissue, these are different organs. They are made up of different, what is the main basic unit for all these systems? Cells are the basic unit. So both different cells, they group together, form different tissues, and different tissues, they form different organs. So these different tissues, connective tissue, nervous tissue, muscular tissue or epithelial tissue, they form different organs. So one by one, if you take connective tissue, they connect, the name itself you can say, there connects different organs like bones to bones, they are connected by different connective tissue called ligament. Bones to bones get connected by connective tissue called ligament. Bones are connected to muscles by connective tissue called tendon. Okay, then blood is a liquid connective tissue which is abundant in the body, right? So blood is also a liquid connective tissue, and there are many connective tissues that are present in the body. But what about nervous tissue? They form the complete nervous system. The nervous system is formed by different nervous tissues. Epithelial tissue, they form the outer covering or inner lining of different organs. So here the correct option is the connective tissue. Connective tissue is the right option. So which is the abundant tissue in the body? Connective tissue is the most abundant tissue in the body, right? So let's move to the next question. Which of the following disease is caused by protein deficiency? Options are rickets, scurvy, beriberi or kwashiorkor. So here earlier also I discussed about deficiency diseases. I told you due to deficiency of different vitamins, minerals or these nutrients may lead to different deficiency diseases. So they are not communicable disease. They are non-communicable disease. It is called non-communicable disease due to lack of nutrients in the body. So different deficiency diseases like protein, here the options they have given different diseases like rickets, scurvy, beriberi. So rickets due to lack of vitamin D, scurvy lack of vitamin C, right, and beriberi due to lack of vitamin B, and the option is kwashiorkor. The last leftover option is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is a right option. So due to protein deficiency, the person may lead to disease called kwashiorkor. Okay, this disease we see in children. That is called malnutrition diseases. These diseases are called malnutrition diseases. So in this disease generally the child, you might have seen in government ads, people ask for donation for different, so that government also has started the midday meal. This is the main reason actually. Due to malnutrition, the children were suffering due to this kwashiorkor diseases. Okay, so in that what happens, the lower abdomen, the abdomen area bulges out. Okay, and the limbs, hands or legs get very thin due to weight loss, and child may die due to malnutrition. So the government has started midday meal in school so that the child attends the school and also have some sufficient food. Okay, so the right option is kwashiorkor. This is a protein deficiency disease. Protein deficiency disease called kwashiorkor. Now the next question is, study of flower and flowering plant is known as. Options are agrology, agrostology, anthology or arthrology. So you need to learn few terminologies. Biology also has different, there are many terminologies. Study of different, like study of botany, study of plants is called botany, study of animals is called zoology. So like that you need to learn these terminology. You have no option. So here the different terminologies here they have given. The study of flowering plants, flowers or flowering plants. So the options are agrology. Agrology is study of agriculture. Study of agriculture. Okay. Then agrostology is the study of grass. study of grass. And the next option is anthology. Anthology is a study of flower or flowering plants. The right option is anthology. So it is a science, it's a branch of science which deals with the study of flower or flowering plant. Okay, and the last option, arthrology, it deals with the study of bones. Okay, study of bones related to the joints. Okay, so arthrology, it is called arthrology. So the right option is anthology. It's the study of the science which deals with the flower or flowering plants. Okay, so the next question is, yellow color of urine is due to the presence of options are bile, lymph, cholesterol or urochrome. So as we discussed, bile is produced by liver, right? And lymph is a colorless liquid which flows in lymphatic system, and cholesterol is produced by liver, and right now the option left is urochrome. So here the yellow color of urine is due to the presence of urochrome. So sometimes you have to use logic and think. So urine and urochrome, which is somehow linked. So urochrome, due to presence of urochrome, the urine gets yellow color. Okay, so the right option is urochrome. Moving to the next question, the vitamin that helps in clotting of blood is, options are vitamin B, vitamin D, vitamin K or vitamin A. So blood clotting, for blood clotting, actually the protein is very important. Fibrin and fibrinogen, these are the protein which is required for clotting of blood. But with this protein, vitamins also required. So which vitamin is required for clotting of blood? This is a very important question asked many a times. So vitamin B, as I told you, different vitamins, they help to regulate our body, they help to protect us from different diseases. So here the option vitamin K is the right option. Vitamin K helps in clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. So which vitamin helps? Vitamin K helps in the clotting of blood. Okay. So next question is, a disease caused by protozoa is, options are common cold, pneumonia, malaria or cholera. So protozoa, the diseases, so there are two types of diseases, communicable and non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable diseases, as I told you, due to deficiency of nutrients in the body, and communicable diseases are due to these germs, virus, bacteria, virus, protozoa, all these germs, they cause different diseases. They are communicable diseases, means the person to person it moves, okay, it spreads. So common cold is due to virus. Common cold, all of you know, right? So that is due to virus. And pneumonia is a bacterial, it's a bacterial disease. And cholera is also a bacteria. Cholera is also due to bacteria disease. It's a bacterial disease. So leftover option is malaria. Malaria is a right option. Malaria is caused due to protozoa. So here what happens when a person gets infected, means the person is having malaria and mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito bites the infected person. So these protozoa which are there in the body get sucked by this mosquito, and this mosquito when bites the healthy person, this protozoa which is there in mosquito's body get transferred to the healthy person, and then the healthy person get infected. Okay, so here the right option is malaria. Which protozoa? Plasmodium. Plasmodium is the name of the protozoa which causes malaria. Okay, so this is all for today. Let's see you in the next class. But before closing, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel Rankers Hub. Thank you.